Salutations, this is Crazed Kitsune, aka Khuma'zi Tayuun, and welcome to Machinist for Dummies, level 70. In this video, I'm going to be covering what's new at level 70 and how it affects your overall play. Apologies for the clicking, that's me having to mute my mic to deal with some mucus issues. I'm not sick, it's just something I've had to deal with for a few years now. It's not going away. Anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get into the actions and traits. At level 64, we gain a trait called Shot Mastery, which transforms our split shot, slug shot, and clean shot into heated versions of themselves if your heat gauge is 50 or higher. And this is an essential element of level 70 Machinist. Now, let's go look at the skills. At level 62, we get Cooldown. This is a global cooldown weapon skill. It costs 60 TP, and depending on how much heat you have, its potency varies. If you have less than 50, it's a potency 150 attack. It's not worth using at that point. If you have 50 or more heat, it's potency 230, making it worth using. Like all weapon skills against 25 potency when you have ammo loaded, but it has the additional effect of reducing your heat gauge by 25. But since you get your heated shots at 50 or more heat, you want to only use your cooldown if you have 75 or more heat. If you have less, it takes you below 50 and you lose your heated shots, which isn't good. Because at level 64, you acquire Heated Split Shot, which is a potency 190 instead of 160, 30 more potency. Otherwise, it works the same as Split Shot. Heated Slug Shot, if you have the Split Shot potency boost, meaning you got the Heated Slug Shot proc, or you just had ammo loaded, is potency 230 instead of 200, but is otherwise the same as Slug Shot. It has the procs, it has the ammo boost, everything. And finally, Heated Clean Shot, which, just like Heated Slug Shot, if you have the enhancing status procced, it's a potency 270 instead of 240. So all of your heated shots are 30 potency stronger, meaning you want to have these for as long as possible. And you can only use these when your Gauss Barrel is active, so you want to be in Gauss Barrel. With that all covered, let's go look at our 66th skill, Barrel Stabilizer. This is a 60-second cooldown that will set your heat to 50. It doesn't matter if you're at 0 or 95, it will put you at 50. You can only use this if you are in combat, you have Gauss Barrel equipped, and your weapon is not currently overheating. At level 68, you get Rook Overdrive, or Bishop Overdrive, depending on the turret you have out. This is a 2-minute cooldown which allows you to order your turret to use a significantly more powerful attack than normal, but at the cost of it self-destructing, and you not being able to place a new one for 30 seconds. It is a fairly powerful attack that you're going to be wanting to use for a surge of damage. Specifically, the Rook Overdrive attack is a potency 800 attack, which means in one shot it will do the entire amount of damage it would have done for 30 seconds in one blast. And the Bishop Overdrive is a potency 600 attack. So again, it's basically the amount of damage it would have done over 30 seconds in one shot. The Bishop Overdrive is, of course, AoE, affecting everything around it. And the Rook Overdrive is single target. Finally, at level 70, through a job quest which also gives you artifact gear, in my previous level 70 video that is now outdated thanks to patch version 4.05, you got to see the artifact here. I've since glamored it. Sorry. But you get the skill Flamethrower. This is a 60-second cooldown that does not cost you anything to use. And it is a conal attack in front of you that lasts for 10 seconds. It's a damage over time with a potency of 60. While active and in combat, it will gradually increase your heat gauge, and it will overheat your gun, even from 0. If you move or use any other skill, Flamethrower will end early. It also cancels your auto attack when you activate it. So with all of that covered, let's get to the practical demonstrations. We're going to start with a bit of a bang. Rook, I want you to overdrive this striking dummy. 10,000 damage in one shot. Very nice. As you can see, I now have Turret Reset, a debuff which will prevent me from using placing any turrets. Now I'm going to use Barrel Stabilizer so that I can show off the heated shots, and I'm going to load some ammo to guarantee that I can use them. First up, we have Heated Split Shot. Wata! Next we have Heated Slug Shot. Yeah, die! And finally, Heated Clean Shot. Very nice skills. Very nice skills. Now, because I want to demonstrate what happens when you use Flamethrower at 0 heat, I'm going to turn my Gauss Barrel off for a moment. Now I turn it back on. And, oh yeah, you don't need to be targeting anything to use your Flamethrower. Its range is about 8 yalms, I do believe. So let's get about here, and burn! Burn! I'm so far away, I'm not hitting anything else, but who cares? Burn! Burn, 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 burn. And there, I'm overheated. Yeah, that's it's a fun skill. It's very fun. Let's see. Oh, Overdrive is almost off cooldown. But there's still one more thing to demonstrate. Doop. Dee-doo. And now, cooldown. Yeah, it's about 3,000 damage, and it took me down to 25 heat. So it's rather nice. Now let's place the bishop, and let's overdrive it. Blow yourself up. Yeah. Very nice abilities. As you can see, Machinist got a lot flashier. I love this job. But that's all of the skills demonstrated. Due to the amount of DPS you lose when you overheat and then lose your Gauss Barrel, I'm not certain whether it's truly worth it to do an overheat burst, because once the overheat phase ends, Gauss Barrel is turned off, which takes away your heated shots, which isn't good. It may be worth it, I don't know. It doesn't feel worth it to me, but I'm weird. So I try to not overheat my barrel at all once I've gotten heated shots. It might be optimal to still do overheated bursts. But I've covered all of the skills and shown them off. So I've done everything I needed to do for this video. Hopefully it's been informative and helpful. If it hasn't, well, I have some adjustments I have to make, I guess. Until my next video, goodbye!